Before Igor Danchenko was arrested, there were two more people. I don't know who the first person is. I haven't checked very well, but I know the second person that was arrested. And I'm going to play you something on who was arrested right before Igor Danchenko. And before I play you that clip, just for people who may not understand what is really happening here. So when this whole nonsense began to happen, and they eventually got to the point of getting Robert Mueller to go and investigate the whole Russia collusion, which I talked about, and everybody knew how. And when Mueller was investigating, we saw how much money he spent, we saw how long it took him. And he finally came out and said, no, I didn't find any evidence of collusion. Now, when that happened, and the mainstream media and Democrats still wouldn't let the sleeping dog lie, Donald Trump then appointed this guy, John Durham, in 2019 and said, look, even though Mueller has gone to do investigation and come out to say, I can't find any evidence of collusion, we need to investigate the investigation itself. This investigation into Russia collusion, how did it come about? How did the dossier come about? How did the information that led to the investigation come about? So Durham, who is now investigating the investigation, is the one who is bringing all these indictments. Just so you know, these are the finals. Beyond this, nothing else. He's the guy who's going to make heads roll. And he is going to go as far as he can. So let's play the next clip and show you who was indicted before this massive big fish Danchenko was now indicted. And you know that Danchenko's indictment and arrest means that you will never in this life again hear any mainstream news media talk about the Russia collusion.
An attorney working for a firm representing Hillary Clinton's 2016 presidential campaign is being charged with allegedly making false statements to the FBI. The indictment of Michael Sussman says he, quote, lied about the capacity in which he was providing allegations to the FBI regarding possible links between a Russian bank and a company owned by former President Trump. CBS News legal contributor and Loyola Law School professor Jessica Levinson joins me now with more. Hi there, Jessica. So this charge comes out of special counsel John Durham's investigation of the Russia investigation. Tell us more about the charge against Michael Sussman. What is he accused of lying about?
He lied to the FBI. So when he went to the FBI in 2016, the allegation here is that he said to the FBI senior attorney, James Baker, I'm not here on behalf of a client. And then later, when he was under oath talking to Congress about a year later, he said, well, I was there in my capacity. Actually, I was representing an anonymous cybersecurity expert. Now, the allegation, based on some internal documents that indicate that maybe Mr. Sussman had billed the Clinton campaign for his time talking to the FBI, is that in fact, he was talking to the FBI on behalf of a client, and that that client was Hillary Clinton.
Who did the Bible tell us is the father of all lies? The devil. And his children lie like him, or sometimes they even do better than their father. The Democrat Party. I don't hate people, I don't hate any party. I'm not even a partisan person, and I was trying to make us understand this all along, that I'm only fighting for you to know the truth and not to support any man. These guys lie to their teeth, and we were seeing the lies, but many people could not see. He lied. The guy is a Democratic lawyer representing the Clintons too and the Democratic Party. He went to the FBI and said, I am not here representing any client. The next time when he was not presented to the Congress, when he was under oath, the guy said, well, I'm here in my own capacity as representing an anonymous cybersecurity expert. But you told us you were not representing any client. Now you are under oath. You're saying you're representing a cybersecurity expert, anonymous. Who was the anonymous? It was Clinton. How did we know? He went and billed the Clintons for his appearance in those testimonies where he went to lie to his teeth, intentional lies about a possible connection between the Trump campaign and some bank or whatever in Russia. Intentional lie. He knew it was a lie. He went to lie and he finished and went to Clinton. Clinton wrote a check and paid him for the lie. Guys, this is news reported in front of you. Joseph Okechukwu is not making this up. You can hear that now. CBS, mainstream news media. And that's why the Durham guys are now indicting him. He was the second guy indicted before Danchenko. So you can imagine how many more indictments are coming. I want to play you a clip that will help you understand that something massive is about to go down. Watch.
Trump's former director of national security said this week that the top intelligence chiefs under President Barack Obama, who was still in office when this dossier was being shopped around, knew from the start it was a con, but just let it run.
We had specific intelligence that Hillary Clinton was creating a plan to vilify Donald Trump, to falsely accuse him of ties to Russia. And the intelligence community and the FBI knew this. And President Obama, Vice President Biden were briefed by John Brennan and James Clapper and Jim Comey in early August of 2016. And John Solomon's earlier point was right. It all should have stopped at that point. Everything related to the Steele dossier was known to be untrue, but yet it was the predicate for moving forward with an unjust, unfair, and ultimately now everyone accepts a criminally negligent investigation against the Trump campaign.
Hillary Clinton was creating a plan to vilify Donald Trump and falsely accuse him of ties to Russia. She was doing this, and the intelligence community knew about this. President Obama, the then president of the USA, was briefed by Brennan, Clapper, and even FBI's Comey. Can you imagine this? Vice President Biden, now the US president, was equally briefed by the head of the intelligence agencies at the time. So they were briefed on the fact that this was fake, and they still let it sail. Guess what? Ratcliffe just said that this is now known undisputably a criminal act. Do you see why I call this a massive story? But just in case you don't believe me yet, take a look at this next report.
That's why everyone associated with the Steele dossier, with its creation, its peddling to the FBI, and its use by law enforcement authorities against the Trump campaign illegally, is in criminal jeopardy right now.
Do you think that that is what John Durham is looking at? Do you think we will see potential indictments?
Well, I know that, Maria, because as you know, many of the documents that John Durham is using are documents that I gave him. So I declassified the documents that we've talked about, but I gave John Durham over 1,000 other documents that have not yet been declassified that I know include intelligence that goes specifically to this criminal activity that would be the basis for further indictment. And I know that that's what John Durham is looking at. And as I talked about, this goes to the highest levels of our government and the government agencies involved.
He didn't even want her to land there. He said, I know that. I already know that. Durham is looking at potential indictments. I told you this. Many more indictments are going to come, and that's when you're going to see a lot of big fishes falling. You're going to see too many heads rolling. And just in case you missed what he said, everyone associated with the Steele dossier, with its creation, is peddling to the FBI, and its use by law enforcement authorities against the Trump campaign legally is on criminal jeopardy right now. Durham is a no-nonsense prosecutor. Ask anybody who knows. He does not play games, and he has no limits to how far he can go. The guy doesn't look at anybody. He is at the highest place now where he can be to actually take big fishes down. And that's what he's doing. Can you imagine how many more are going to come soon? That's why this news is very important to me. I said I must speak about it. And anybody who's watching this, I plead with you. Make sure you share this video. I'm pretty sure, believe me, I have given you reasons why I believe Facebook took down my account that had hundreds of thousands of followers. But I'm telling you, this could be one of the major reasons, because there's so many of these people who have been mind controlled by the media, who were following me, who were among the people that actually said all kinds of untoward things to me. They would have been receiving this information from me now, because anytime that I fail to break it down for you and tell you what is going on there, the Nigerian media houses, all these our African media houses will never, because our media houses in Africa are now following the footprints of the left-wing media. CNN is king in Africa. So I've been warning people about CNN for so long, and they didn't want to listen to me. I am still begging you. You're watching me now. If you can find me one video clip of CNN covering this massive news, something that massive and humongous and significant should be reported everywhere. But CNN, of all media houses, has refused to report it. If you find a clip of the reporting of this breaking news, send it to me. My researching skills have failed me. I can't research this one. Something so simple, yet I can't get it. So I need someone to help me, and I'm ready to pay if I have to. Honestly, I need to see it. So you can see that these things they do to us, this mind control programming with lies, is intentional. It's not something they do without knowing. They do it intentionally. They knew that Donald Trump was about to dismantle the colonial framework in Africa. I knew it, I saw it, I screamed at the top of my lungs. No one listened. That's why the British supported their own and gave him all the logistical support he needed to work with the Clinton insiders so they can fabricate lies and present it as a legal evidence to tarnish the image of the man who stood in as a stumbling block to the enslavement of the African population. You know, lies age very quickly, but the truth never ages. May God give you the grace to speak the truth, and may He open our eyes to see the lies of the devil and the plans of the enemy to enslave us, so we can rise up and take back our destinies. I love you with all my heart. Please help me to share this video until it gets to everybody, because now my Facebook page, many people who are searching me since I opened the new Facebook page, they can't find me. They have shadow banned me like 360 degrees. So you have to struggle and work so hard to get me on Facebook. The same name, but people search for me, they don't get me. So maybe I'm going to place a link to my Facebook page underneath this very video right now, so that when you click on it, it can take you straight to my Facebook page, and then you can go and find a few contents that I'm going to be sharing there. But whatever the case, take this video, download it, or whatever, however you want to do it, share this video widely. Let everybody, all the media houses in Nigeria, in Africa, must hear the news. Let's compel them. Let's force them to hear the news. Love you with all my heart. Once again, God bless and keep you. Bye-bye.